Good morning, cruisers. Thank you for clicking on this video. I'm Phil with Phil's World, your source for cruising, outdoor, and brewing. Anyway, I have a cruise planned with almost my entire family, and I recently sat down with my daughter, and we talked about it. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Hi, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I have a special guest. This is my dad.
I'm Phil.
And today we are going to be talking about our upcoming cruise on the Carnival Celebration. My dad has sailed Carnival before. You want to tell us what brought upon this trip?
Absolutely. So, my youngest is graduating from high school, and we had promised our middle child that we would take him someplace when our youngest graduates. So it was, hey, let's do a cruise, and we'll just bring Stacey and her brothers. Well, we kind of told more of the family. The kids' grandfather, we told them, and they said, "Oh, that'd be fun." So I invited them, and then it was like both my brothers. We ended up inviting them too and their families. So it pretty much turned out to be a whole big, almost family reunion. So we've got 17 people going. Oh yeah, my youngest son, he's bringing a friend with him, and then of course Stacy's spouse, and then my oldest son, his spouse. The only person that couldn't go is my wife's mom because of hurricane. She lives in Florida. Hurricane screwed up her house, so she didn't really have the money to go. So,
which sucks, but we can plan another trip later.
Yeah, I think we'll probably maybe take her on a cruise later in the year.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yep.
So for our itinerary, we sail out of Miami. We are at sea for a day, and then we go to Grand Turk, and then Amber Cove, and then we go to another sea day, and then we go to Nassau, Bahamas, and port back at Miami for a 7-night cruise. And I don't know why I didn't say it prior, but it's Grand Turk, Turks and Caicos, and Amber Cove, Dominican Republic. Why I said it that way, I don't know.
That's the best way to say it, because people don't know what the port is called.
Right.
They're like, what's the country?
Exactly.
What's the island? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's just how I have it in my notes. And yeah, anyway. And then here's a little bit of information about the Carnival Celebration. It's one of Carnival's biggest ships. Its first sail date was in 2022, something like that. I didn't actually write it down, but it has.
I think that's right.
Yeah, 2022. Yeah. I think it was like middle of the year, something like that.
It's one of 3 of their Excel class ships.
It has 18 decks, including 11 decks with cabins. That's a lot of cabins. It can accommodate up to 6,338 guests. The ship has 2,641 staterooms, 12 restaurants and food bars, 11 bars that aren't like food and restaurant, 12 restaurants and, I just said that, 7 lounges, which also sell alcohol. So in addition to those 11 bars, 5 pools, 5 jacuzzis, or jacuzzi's a brand, 5 whirlpool pools.
Hot tubs.
Hot tubs, yes.
Call it a hot tub.
Yeah, I copied and pasted. It's served by a crew of 1,735 crew members and can hold, I already said that part. So, yeah, and there's a variety of different cabin types, from interior staterooms all the way up to massive suites. So I got a Havana Cabana balcony room, which allows access to a separate bar area and pool area, and kind of an extended balcony as well. I know that Carnival is more of that party vibe, but there is still something for everybody on every single type of ship. So I wanted an added extra place where I can go kind of relax. And everything that I have read or videos I've watched about the Havana Cabana areas is it's pretty quiet. Most people are going to be elsewhere on the ship anyway, even if they book this space. So I'm pretty excited. There's also a hammock on our balcony. So I'll stay tuned for a room tour in the vlogs and maybe a separate video as well. So, and then my dad got a different.
I'm a little bit different here. I'm not as much of a high roller because my philosophy is on a cruise ship is that in the room, what do I do there? I sleep, I shower, I shit. That's it. That's the whole point of the room for me.
Hold on. I do agree with that. My husband gets motion sick and seasick, and we aren't sure if having an interior cabin will make his motion sickness worse.
And I totally get that.
Yeah. So we actually have a shorter cruise booked next year, which I'll talk about at a very much later date, with an interior cabin so that we can test out and see if he's going to be okay in an interior room later. So continue on.
Yeah. My wife and I have a cruise book later this year where we're going to do an interior room. And hopefully we will like that so we can save a little bit money on the room.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, and then have more money to blow at the casino or for specialty dining or for port excursions
yep.
or for more souvenirs and junk that she likes to buy and bring back. So
remember the trip.
Yeah, right. So that's going to be great for us. No, so what I didn't say was that our room is just what do they call it? An ocean view room.
Yeah.
There's a window. It's an interior room with a window, and it looks out over the ocean.
Kind of. I wouldn't call it an interior or typically
ones
that are inside the ship.
No, I mean as far as size goes.
Yeah.
They're basically about the same size.
Yeah.
Except they're on the, the outer hull of the ship, and you get a window.
Yep.
We had that on our last cruise, and I think I looked out the window more than my wife did, and yeah. But the stewards make these cool little towel animals. And that's where we put them. That's basically what we use the window for.
That's kind of funny. Yeah, I like having a balcony just because it's fun to get breakfast, room service, drink coffee, but also sometimes you want to enjoy the ship, and the ship is the destination. So any type of room type, there's no wrong room type.
Exactly.
So
I mean, yeah, it's up to the individual cruiser. So
definitely. So moving on, we are going to talk about the beverage package. So my husband and I did get the beverage package, but it comes with more than just alcohol. You get specialty coffees, energy drinks. We learned even bubblies because they're Pepsi products on Carnival. So bubbly, we get cans of bubbly we can get. What else is included? Mocktails, bottled water. A lot of things are included. So even if we choose to drink less or more, depending on how we feel during the cruise, we're probably going to get our money's worth because I love specialty coffees, lattes, iced coffee, all of that. That's included in it.
You lost your lens.
I did. So we're just going to continue the video from here.
Go back to the sodas and stuff. You mentioned cans. This ship actually has fountains.
Yes.
Whereas some of the older ships actually, our last cruise on the Carnival Glory, they gave us cans of soda.
Well, I mean, like the bubbly soda, flavored soda, seltzer waters. I don't know if they'll be in the machines.
Oh, they won't be, but soda will.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Pepsi products.
Yeah. So
soda will for sure.
So we definitely will be able to get our money's worth with the drink package with all of the things that are included. Wine is included as well, which I will probably mostly drink wine, coffee, get bottled water because I can, that kind of thing. And my husband will drink beer, energy drinks, coffee as well. So yeah. And then
you got to try that punch liner drink in the Carnival.
Yeah, I'm going to try any of the cocktails in all of the venues. They have specialty, like each venue has their own
special
cocktail.
drink.
Yeah.
that you can only get in that spot. So, um, what was I going to say? Oh, now my wife and I, we chose not to get the drink package. My wife so rarely drinks. If she has 6 drinks throughout the entire week, I'll be surprised. And then me, I'll probably drink half a dozen a day, but we did the math and it doesn't make sense because we don't do coffee, we don't do energy drinks. And as far as soda goes, I'm trying not to drink so much soda. So they do have tea, coffee, lemonade that is included in the price of the cruise. So I like iced tea. So I will probably mostly drink iced tea.
And you could always buy a soda drink a la carte
every once in a while. Yeah. So that's going to work for us. The drink package works for some. The reason that I'm saying all this is that they make everybody, if one person buys the drink package, everybody in that stateroom has to purchase it too.
And so for reference, the drink package, they call it the Cheers package with the alcohol, was $84 rounded up. I don't remember. It's like 83 and some change or 82 and some change. I don't remember. Somewhere in that ballpark per person per day. So 7-night cruise, it adds up quick. So we're just gonna see what we can get from all of the included things. It may turn out to be something we find, well, this wasn't as worth it as we thought. So we shall see. Stay tuned for the vlogs and you will find out. Yeah. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about are the themed nights that the Carnival Celebration has, and pretty much all of their 6 and 7 night cruises. 8 nights have extra themes as well. So on 6 and 7 night cruises, typically there is an 80s rock and glow party on the pool deck. 2 elegant evenings, so you dress up in your best dress or button downs for men, even a suit even. There's no set rules anymore for cruising and how much you dress up.
Right.
So it can be a casual sundress even for women. It doesn't have to be super, super dressy, but it's a fun thing to do, to dress up.
And what they do, I forget the deck they call it, where they'll set up photography stations on those elegant nights for people to get their picture taken, looking their best and to remember the cruise and so forth. So that happens on those nights as well.
Yep. And it's a fun time to get those professionally taken photos and decide if you do want to purchase them separately. I think they have an option to just get a digital download as well. I'm not totally sure. We'll find out for sure on the cruise, but you can definitely get prints of them. And then the other themed nights is a silent white hot night. So this is everyone dresses up in a white outfit, white clothing, and they give you headphones for like a silent DJ. So like instead of it being a completely out loud DJ, each individual is hearing it separately, which the Disney cruises have their silent parties as well. So I was actually pleasantly surprised to see that Carnival has their version of that too.
See, now this is something I don't get. Now, I'm going to reserve judgment until I actually experience this kind of thing, which I've always looked at it going, so you're going to listen to what you want. Oh, it looks fun.
No, everyone listens to the same thing. Everyone tunes to the same channel.
Oh, see, there's a version of it where you listen to all kinds of, everybody listens to their own thing. And you don't even socialize with anybody.
That would be kind of funny. You might as well just not have an event of it.
Okay, I thought that's what you were talking about.
I think though. I mean, maybe there are versions,
I think it is.
But as far as I know, everyone's tuned to the same channel.
No, I think I read the same thing that you're talking about, and everybody listens to their own thing.
I'm not sure.
But you're in this nightclub setting, and yeah. So I don't get it, but I'm gonna go check it out just.
See how it goes.
Just to see.
Yeah. And I think this one on the Carnival Celebration is at the pool deck. So
Okay, maybe this is different than I was
yeah,
thinking, because I know that in one of the nightclubs they do something similar
yeah, that might be
to
completely
what I'm
different.
talking
Yeah.
about. So, all right,
Yeah.
cool.
And then there's a couple other like dress up events that I was confused about how it was written on Carnival's website. One was a 90s night and then a superhero night, but it doesn't say whether or not like how that is done. And I haven't seen a lot about it. So if anybody knows, comment down below because this video will go up before we leave. So that would be awesome to have some type of feedback. Do we need to dress up for it? Is it like a late night event where maybe we aren't up that late? I don't know. Maybe we want to be up that late. Let us know.
And these things are subject to change anyway. So
Oh yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
we don't know if these will actually happen or not. But it would be nice to know what the heck they're talking about.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. If they says it's optional kind of dress up events.
And maybe if nothing else, your brothers, they're considerably younger. They might
They may be more interested
in that. Yeah.
Definitely.
They're 18 and 21 years old. So
yeah,
maybe they'll dig it more than we will.
because I come from mostly cruising Disney. I've done more Disney cruises than other cruise lines. And their dress up events are that, like Pirate Night, everyone dresses up. Well, not everyone, it's optional. Dresses up like in pirate gear, and they do a whole pirate show and fireworks, which Disney's the only one that can do fireworks off the ship. Which is a random fun fact that's not totally relevant to this video. But anyway, that's my like cruising background. So it would be fun to know if it's something that, hey, everyone's kind of dressed up and we can have fun at these parties as well, dressed up, but not sure.
Yeah, I haven't done Disney. I've only done Carnival, and we've had a great time. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to it either way. Okay.
What else you got?
So I have a list of a bunch of things that I kind of loosely want to do while we are on the ship. So I'll go through the list and we'll just kind of go from there. I am a like planner for vacations. So going on a cruise is a completely different type of planning for me because I will be the one to plan as much as possible of the day. But since you don't know the exact itinerary for every single day, all the events going on, you can plan a lot looser on a cruise. So I just kind of do a generalized list. So I want to eat in the main dining room at least once. We did not do that on our last cruise, and we just didn't. I don't know why, but it's an option, and I want to. And then eat breakfast and at all of the dining venues that have breakfast options throughout the cruise. Eat lunch in a different restaurant every single day.
Don't forget Sea Day brunch.
Yes, that's probably going to end up being the one specific breakfast.
Sea Day brunches. Yeah,
the intentional breakfast in the main dining room.
Which is in the main dining room, and it's better food than you'll find on the buffet, obviously, and probably at most of the...
I heard the best breakfast is at Blue Cantina, the quick little service Mexican restaurant, the tacos and burritos.
Yes.
They have a really good breakfast burrito. I heard they're one of the best on the ship for breakfast. And then next, I want to go to all of the included restaurants for dinner. There's, I think, 2 that you can go to in addition to the main dining room that are included for the first visit. So one is is called Chibang. It's a Mexican and Asian, Chinese food menu. Fusion. It's not a fusion. It's just 2 separate menus.
I know, but it's marketed as a fusion.
I guess it is, yeah. And then there's an Italian restaurant that I don't know how to say.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it either.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are... There's not an upcharge the first time you go there.
And then Monday through Friday on our cruise, since we leave Sunday, come back Sunday, getting up early. I want to see a sunrise one of the days, work out before the day gets started. I'm going to do a ship tour. Early morning is going to be the easiest time of day to do an almost empty, less crowded ship tour. So I'm going to do that. And Dad's going to work out with me. So, yeah.
Yes, he will, because I'm trying to be less fat.
More healthy.
I want to be healthier, less fat, all of the above.
And then as for like the ports, my husband and I are going to do a beach day in Nassau. I've been to Nassau before many, many, many years ago. I haven't seen it since they've updated the port, which I believe finished in like 2023 or something like that, fairly recently. And I was way before that I had last been to Nassau. So it'll be a fun time. And then the other two ports, basically we're just going to get off the ship, look at the shops, get a couple of souvenirs, and then go enjoy an almost empty ship on or less crowded ship, because it's a very huge ship. So
Got to ride the roller coaster
yes,
at least once.
well, yes, that's on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not really a roller coaster guy, but I'm going to ride this one.
And do the ropes course. I want to do the
And
ropes,
do the ropes
course.
Yeah.
And I want to do all of the water slides. There's 3.
Yeah, all the water slides there's
Yep.
no charge for those. The ropes course, I believe, is included. But the
roller coaster's
roller
$15.
coaster's like $15.
Yep. And you can
Yeah.
reserve it in the app, so you don't have to actually wait in line. So that's pretty cool. And then of course sit in the sun, read a book. Gotta have some sun time on the ship. Yeah,
sun time, yeah.
Sun.
Forget that reading crap. I ain't there to read.
I'm also gonna bring some card games.
Yeah, because we'll be there with some, shall I say, advanced years of age people. My parents.
Why couldn't you just say older people?
Well, I was trying to be clever. You can, yeah, we're going to be there with my dad and his wife. They're both in their 70s, and they love to play cards. So we will be doing some of that with them. Yeah.
We'll bring some. You guys will probably have some. So between all of us, we'll have a variety of games to keep everybody occupied.
Right.
But I definitely want to be in the sun and read a book. I want to finish at least one book while we're on the trip. And I'll probably pick a romance, which is a shorter book. Anyway. And then I am not a big fan of the sail away party. Just because I don't need to hear the cha-cha slide, the electric slide, the Cupid's shuffle again and again.
Now,
but I do instead want to go to one of the pools at the front of the boat and front of the ship and watch sail away from there. A little more quiet space to still watch the ship sail away. I don't need the party, but I do want to be on deck for the sail away.
Now, we've always skipped the sail away party, and I think this time we're actually going to go see what all the fuss is about. So you're probably right. They're going to do all those stereotypical things, you know.
Every vlog I've watched is just those.
Yeah, they got all that stuff, and which, you know, there's going to be a lot of millennials and even some Gen Zers there.
Yeah.
To where the cha-cha slide is all older than they are.
I remember doing elementary school dances with the cha-cha slide.
Yeah. Well, you're an older millennial.
I know.
So, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I plan on taking part in that, or at least watching it, just because my wife and I have always skipped it too, because it's not our vibe either. But let's go see what the fuss is about.
I have seen that the Carnival, crew members who are, I think they call them the Fun Squad, they do have some choreographed dancing portion of it. So that's actually pretty cool.
Yes.
So, yeah.
They'll do several of those.
Yeah, yeah.
And where they have somebody, a crew member on a microphone, you know, leading the thing. It's not just a party free-for-all type thing.
Right.
So all of Stacey's followers, I'll try to talk her into going to it, and I will at least film some of it so I can at least give her footage if she doesn't go, but I'll try to get her there.
I do want to be on deck. I might walk past it and see how I feel that day, because, you know, embarkation day is you're most excited. You're starting your cruise, that kind of thing. So
it's all about learning the ship.
Might
You
get
don't want
on
to be
there.
3 days into the cruise and you don't know where nothing is.
Well, luckily our second day is sea day.
I know. Yeah. So that's great too. But yeah, by the 3rd day, you should know where everything is. Theoretically.
Unless you're sitting in your room the whole time.
Well, and
some people might.
I know there are probably people that enjoy that.
Everyone has their own cruise.
And that's cool. What else you got?
That's pretty much my list of all the things that I kind of want to prioritize. I'm sure other things will come up.
There is one thing you're forgetting. On this ship, they offer like cooking classes.
Oh yeah.
And I know her and her husband are going to do something. I'll let her talk about it. But me and my wife, we're gonna go do Italian food. It's like learn how to cook a dish, actually a whole course. Learn how to cook a course, and then you eat what you cook. So it's included with dinner, and I'm the cook of the family, so I'll learn something, and maybe she will too.
She'll be able to eat.
Oh, she'll eat, and she'll help a little, but yeah. So what are you guys doing?
We are doing a sushi making class. It was kind of funny. Just before I discovered that Carnival offered this on this ship, my husband just randomly is like, I want to make sushi, which he did end up doing, and it was really good just from watching some videos. But when I showed him that was available, he's like, ooh, I can learn refine my skills some more. Yeah. So that'll be fun. And it's essentially also a lunch as well, because we're doing it during a lunch time. Yeah. So that'll be fun. And then we're also doing the Bonsai Teppanyaki restaurant, which is a hibachi style meal. And we're doing that for lunch one of the days. Sea days, I think.
I think we're doing it on the same day.
Okay. What did Christine book it?
Right. And I think my brother and his wife are going to go,
okay.
and Dad and Marlene, I think, are
nice.
going to go.
So too. I guess we got a whole group going for.
So I think so. So maybe the whole table
will just be us.
And that'll be great. And we'll see the guy throwing stuff up in the air. And
I've seen a lot of vlogs of this restaurant. It looks so cool, and the food looks delicious.
Something. You got to catch it in your mouth.
Yeah. It looks so good,
and the food looks awesome.
Yeah, it does. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to this.
Me too.
And we've only gone on smaller ships, and this will probably be the biggest ship that we've ever gone on. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to the difference between ships that we've been on and this ship.
And the age of the ship, because the ship.
Oh, this is a newer one too.
Yeah, the last one you were on was as old as the Disney. No. Yeah. Yours was
the last one we were on. I think it was built in 2002.
Yeah. So just about 10 years old, just under.
Right.
The last ship I was on was the Disney Wonder, and it set sail in 1998. So pretty old. And then before that, I had been on the Royal Caribbean Oasis of the Seas just after its inaugural sailings, like a couple years. So a long time ago, because that ship's been around for a while now. And then the Disney Fantasy was the other ship that I had been on before that, many, many years ago. So yeah, mostly Disney, couple Royal. This will be my first Carnival, which I am super excited about. And I'm trying to remember to not compare it to Disney, because they are very different. They're different. It's like comparing apples and oranges. So there is no comparison, pretty much.
Right. It's a different experience on both cruise lines, and I would even say that on most cruise lines you're going to get a different experience. So,
oh yeah.
So
yeah, pretty much.
So yeah. So thanks for watching, everybody, and thanks for having me.
Of course.
And take a look at our respective channels and stay tuned, and we'll both be posting a bunch of videos relating to our experience on this. I'm not going to post anything from the ship
Yeah, I'm not going to post anything in real time either.
Oh, I didn't
Everything will
know.
be after the cruise. I'm not getting any Wi-Fi packages or anything like that. I just want to enjoy being there
Yeah,
while just I'll
exactly.
vlog it, and I'll basically do daily vlogs from our travel day through coming home, and then ship tours and cabin tours and reviews and things will be coming after that. So we've got lots and lots of cruise content to come. So definitely stay tuned for all of that.
Excellent. Thank you. Happy cruising.